Jesus' mother Mary brought the servants to him and said to them, "Do whatever he tells you." Then she just walked away, confident that he could solve the problem. Well, he had the servants fill 6 stone water jars with water, then draw some of it out and take it to the steward. It had miraculously been turned into very good wine. Nobody would have dreamed he could do that, except his mother. This woman, what an impact she had on my life. Her understanding of what simple, constant obedience to God can accomplish made her the most remarkable woman who's ever lived, and taught me one of the greatest lessons I've ever learned. If you want to know how to find favor with God, you can't find a better example than this lady. She knows the way. We saw him turn water into wine, heal the sick, the blind, the deaf, cast out demons. But not only were the things Jesus did marvelous, the things he said were staggering. Listen to some of his words about himself. The Father and I are one. Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one can come to the Father except through me. His it any wonder the religious leaders came to hate him? He said, I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. Whoever hears my words and puts his trust in him who sent me has everlasting life. He will not be judged, but has already passed from death to life. And he talked about being born again. Unless a man is born again, he said, he cannot see the kingdom of God. How can a man be born again? Jesus was talking about our spirits being given birth by God's Spirit when we believe in His Son.
Tell me how the wind blows. Tell me where the wind blows. You hear it singing through the sky. You can see what you feel, but you know that it's real. Like the spirit in your heart that softly sighs.
What kind of a man was this Jesus that he would dare to offer people a new birth? We'd walked with him, we'd seen miracles and heard wonders, but we got our first understanding of who we were really dealing with when a poor widow's only son died. Jesus had compassion on her and simply walked in. And raised him from the dead.
My son is alive!
Who is this who has
himself, and he could give it to anyone he chose. We were witnessing something that nobody had ever seen before, and we were just beginning to understand. We knew that Jesus was the Christ, the Son of the living God, the promised King who had come to Israel in the name of the Lord. And we were waiting for the day when he'd do something about taking his place of rulership and receive the honor and glory he deserved. And of course, we planned to move up in the world right along with him. Oh, we had so much to learn from Jesus. Sometimes it's great to learn your lessons secondhand and not have to take all the lumps yourself. I learned one of my many lessons about the kingdom of God through those two wonderful brothers, James and John, the sons of thunder, Jesus called them, and their mother, who decided to act as their agent.
Oh, I can see them make decisions, looking up and look. In the beach, if things get busy, I could hop and rise, my prize. Oh, I could get the job done. Taking the time, make a man tell me who'll have more than my boy. And nice boys. You couldn't go wrong.
After Jesus had demonstrated, he began to teach all of us what it takes to be a great man in the kingdom of God. He said, among the heathen, the kings are tyrants, and each minor official lords it over those beneath him. But among you it is quite different. Anyone wanting to be a leader among you must be your servant. And if you want to be right at the top, you must serve like a slave. Your attitude must be like my own. For I, the Messiah, did not come to be served, but to serve, and give my life